What it do, NFL Niner fam? Well, was anybody surprised by this? The 49ers have waived QB Tanner Mordecai. Was anybody so now the thing is, he been on the team. I think he was on the team last year, but they had cut him and Shanahan brought him back. Now, I think Shanahan's cool with him, so he wanted for him to get some, some work to put on tape. So when they do let him go, he got something to show other teams if somebody gonna pick him up. But we all watched it. We all watched it, and like I said, they had to waive him. Not just because we're not gonna keep a gang of quarterbacks on the roster, but come on now, man. He was lightweight trash. And I mean, if you up under Shanahan, you know what I'd be expecting somebody up under Shanahan, even if you're a third string, you supposed to, make out good like Sam Darnold did. Sam Darnold was decent. Okay? If you can make out good like Sam Darnold did, hey, you can go to another team and be a backup or whatever it is, because that's what Sam Darnold was supposed to be, a backup with Minnesota. But the starter dude end up getting hurt. Bam. Put him in there, and then it is what it is, you feel me? So Tanner Mordecai had to go. He just had to go. It wasn't nothing to it. I mean, you couldn't keep him on the roster for what? Keep him on the roster for what? You know what I'm saying? We got Mac Jones. Mac Jones is good. We're good with Mac Jones. We're good with Mac Jones. And that's what I've noticed Shanahan to do. He'll keep somebody on the roster, and it's like, remember, he didn't like, Shanahan didn't like Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo was forced upon Shanahan. You got to remember, Shanahan, when he came to the Niners, he wanted to get Kirk Cousins. He wanted Kirk Cousins. That's who he wanted. But the Commanders didn't want to let him go. Bunch of haters, you dig? So they didn't want to let him go. So Jimmy Garoppolo had played like 2 or 3 games with the Patriots and won them games, but and he showed that he had promise. But he ended up getting injured. And isn't that a surprise? Jimmy Garoppolo getting injured. And then when we got him for like a 2nd round pick or something like that, he came to the Niners, and in 5 games he was balling out of his mind. Well, he was just playing street ball. Okay, I think we had Marquise Goodwin. He was just throwing the ball up. And his signature game, remember when the Jags was like damn near undefeated. They was going to the playoffs. They was one of the best teams. And Jimmy Garoppolo tore their ass up. They were fighting on the sideline. So when we got Jimmy Garoppolo, that was like his, we had to pick up his contract. And it was like, all right, Jimmy Garoppolo was like, oh, I'm going to leave. I'll just leave and go sign with another team unless you give me a contract. And so Shanahan was like, damn, I at least want 1 more year to see what you can do, a full year, not just no 5 games. But Jimmy Garoppolo, his representatives was like, well, we'll just go to another team because we didn't have him under contract. So Shanahan's hands was tied. He was forced to do it. That's where it kind of went all bad. He was supposed to get Kirk Cousins. And then Jimmy Garoppolo, what happened? The next year, he gets injured. And that's crazy, huh? Jimmy Garoppolo getting injured almost every year. That's crazy, huh? And then the next year, you got to remember, we go to the Super Bowl. Well, he learned the playbook, so we go to the Super Bowl, okay? Which we rolled on that solid defense. Sound familiar? So, he was forced with Jimmy Garoppolo, but that's why we ended up going for Trey Lance, even though we still had Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster. See? So, and then Trey Lance, that's a whole nother story. That is a whole nother, I'm going to have to do a whole video on that, because, I understand what they tried to do with Trey Lance. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. And people are like, oh, well, Harbaugh, he can bring Trey Lance. You got to remember, how long Trey Lance been in the league now? He's been in the league for a few years. He played 1 preseason game where it was decent against a bunch of backups. He's supposed to. From the Niners to the Cowboys, man, you done had all type of reps. But that's another story. So with this guy right here, nobody, we don't see it. I don't see it. Nobody sees it. And it's like, dude, just let him go. Just let, it was fun while he was on the roster, the practice squad, let him go. Just waive him. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense to keep him. That's a waste of a roster spot. And I don't know what like I said, I think Shanahan was like, all right, you can get something on film so you can go shop it around the other teams. So if Shanahan didn't pay him to be on the practice squad or whatever it is, I suggest he keep that money because I don't think he's going to be playing nowhere else. I don't see it. So unless you guys seen something that I didn't, let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here. Like, share, subscribe.